Prior Park. I should be doing a freeze frame now and give a bit of Prior Park history, shouldn't I?
Do it.
Allow me to introduce you to Ralph Allen, born in 1693. He's from the olden days before we had computers, aeroplanes and twerking. We'll get back to Ralph in a second. This week we were asked by the National Trust to spend a family day out in one of their many wonderful locations across the UK. Today we're off to one of the National Trust locations just a few minutes away from our house. It's called Prior Park. And this brings me right back to our old friend Ralph Allen. It was in fact him that built the impressive house and garden which attracted the cream of the 18th century society. And today the cream of the 21st century society will be walking in their very footsteps. Floggers.
I love National Trust walks. I feel like with what we do, it's so stressful and intense and like full on, that these little walks just really bring me back down to earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, nothing better than a nice calming walk in the woods.
I think the four best things I ever did: marry you, have kids, stop wearing double denim, and sign up to National Trust.
You have not stopped wearing double denim?
I have stopped wearing double denim.
No, you have not.
Anyway, the last one is signing up to National Trust.
Yeah, I agree with that. Thank you. I love this. This is my donation. These two little girls came up to him and introduced themselves.
Aww.
She was like, I'm Scarlett and this is Mabel. Grayson was like, well, I'm bigger than you. I was like, yeah, it doesn't matter though, does it? And he was like, well, Father Christmas is going to give me presents. I was like, yes, he comes to all the good boys and girls presents, not just you. He's invited himself to their table.
Oh, today was just a day, and you dealt with it okay. But tomorrow is a boy who needs to run. You've seen it all before, and you've knocked on all the doors. But tomorrow is a funny looking one. Oh, everything is about to change.
What is that?
Kalimba. It's an African musical instrument.
The truth is I have no idea why I bought an African musical instrument, so I'm glad Hannah didn't ask me. All I know is I'm rubbish at it, and I have no time to learn not how to be rubbish at it, and now I'm disappointed with myself for being so frivolous. I suppose this small wooden instrument has taught me a lot about myself that I wasn't prepared to embrace, so in a way I did need to buy it, and it was definitely worth buying.
Bring the storm and the blows and everything it knows, and I say bring it closer to me. Oh, hope it was a bird that flew till it was heard and landed in a corner of her mind. Oh, I'll get what I'll get, and we ain't seen nothing yet, and no one has ever glanced the other side. Oh,
we do always have such a nice time when we do National Trust walks,
Don't we? Yeah, I love it so much. I love it.
I'll say it before and I'll say it again. The cafe, they do the best sandwiches, the best bloody jacket potatoes.
Yeah.
I
I can't believe you're actually working with us this week.
It's like my dream job.
Yeah, it's like I put one of our perfect
I know it is.
friends to work with, isn't it?
Literally
It's like we love it so much. We're passionate about it. Like we think everyone should go because it's just such a nice thing to do.
And it's so
like,
good for kids as well.
Yeah.
Like just to everything's sort of stripped back and just it's just a great place to come and like explore and play in the woods. It's great.
Here you go, gang.
I love that there's a random tea shed in the middle of the woods.
Is this apple?
Uh-huh.
I wanted orange juice.
You said apple. Thank you, I think is the word that you meant to say. And please may I have some of your drink, because I think the words you meant to say.
I'm tempted to get a National Trust tattoo.
Bring the time and the space and the lost forgotten place, and I say bring it closer to me. Today was just a day, and you dealt with it okay, but tomorrow said to me.
The National Trust looks after hundreds of outdoor places, including 775 miles of coastline, over 600,000 acres of countryside, hillsides and woodlands across England, Wales and Northern Ireland. To find out more about the outdoor opportunities the Trust has to offer families, as well as all the amazing work the Trust does in protecting these important places, check out the link in the description below.
Should I show you what we're going to make? Should I show you? Do you want to do that?
That's not scary.
Right, come on then, let's get carving. I'm going to put Roo down in his little seat. To be honest, Grayson, I've only ever done this once before in my life, so I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. Should we open the tools? What do you want to dress up as this year?
A vampire.
I'm so special with the way that I open things. You want to be a vampire?
Yeah.
There you go, that's the scraper. Okay, so first of all, what we want to do is take the top of our pumpkin. So I think Mummy might have to do that. Do you want to help? Yummy, yummy. Now we have to scrape all of this out. That's it. You might need 2 hands.
Halloween night, not a soul inside. I hear footsteps. Who's that coming? It's a ghost.
Gracie, stop stabbing it, 'cause you'll ruin it.
Do you want it?
No, thanks, I'm good.
But it tastes nice.
I don't think it does.
Gosh.
I don't think it does. No thanks, I'm good. I'm bored of this now.
Oh, I'm bored of you.
Hi, Ruth.
You know I'm grumpy.
Why are you grumpy?
Because I want water.
Oh, why didn't you just ask me for some water then? I'm going in with the knife instead. I'm definitely not a Pinterest mum, that's for sure.
What?
I wish, Grayson. Watch out with that big boy's knife. Right, I am never carving another pumpkin again. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Right then. Should we put it on the mantelpiece?
You know what? I'm not chilled out.
What?
I'm not chilled out.
I know you're not chilled out, honey. We've got a long way to go until we're good at this.
Okay.
Oh no. This wasn't meant to happen.
This is Tom. He's Hannah's friend from uni, and like me, he's ginger bearded. And I think that's what draws Tom to me and me to Tom. That's why we're close. Just like me, he's been teased and mocked for his pigment. He suffered the same jokes that I have. People teasing us for needing to put on sun cream when there's a full moon. Telling us that we can't sell our soul to the devil because we don't have enough funds. Oh, the only reason why you like your birthdays is because it's the one time of year that you'll actually get a compliment. We've heard them. We've been there. Tom's magnificent ginger beard isn't just some pleasant chin hair. It's a statement, it's a way of life, it's an invitation to a journey. Look at it as an inviting hand stretched out, right there in front of you, and it's up to you whether you take that hand or you just tease it for being freckly and pale. Anyway, Tom and I, we've learnt to rise above it. I hope one day society can also rise above it. And let us gingers just roam in peace. Maybe get together and listen to some soul music, who knows?
Hands up who remembers this guy, Toby. Hannah and I found him busking under a bridge and we stopped and talked to him for a while, and he told us about how he just recently became homeless. I kind of had this idea of a way that we could all help him out a little bit. So I invited Toby over to my house and he played his song in my living room. I recorded the song and gave him the audio file, and he uploaded it to Bandcamp and sold it on there and made about £8,000 thanks to all you guys who bought the song. It got him off the streets and it got his music career back on track. He sent me his new song that he's about to release the other day. It's called Seahorse, and it's such a beautiful song and I loved it. It's my favourite song I've heard of his. But it kind of needed something. I didn't know what it was. And I was listening to it thinking, what does this need? This needs something. And then I listened to it a few times and I realised what it was. It kind of hit me. I was like, this needs strings. It needs like a violin. Well, some of you might remember a few years ago, our friend Josh Savage played a set in our house. He brought over with him his violinist, a girl called Sophie, an incredible violinist. She's super talented. Anyway, I reached out to Josh and I said, can I have Sophie's details? And he gave me her number. Bye, boys. Long time no see.
And here she is, the wonderful Sophie. After spending a few hours with Sophie, I realised two things. One, if I had a daughter and she ended up like Sophie, I'd be the proudest dad in the world. And two, if I had a son that ended up like Sophie, I'd still be the proudest dad in the world.
Stef, band.
Hey.
Stef.
Guys.
Band.
Hi, band.
Hiya.
Hi, Anna.
How you doing? This is Sophie.
Ali. She said, wait for far too long. She said she should have known the next stop. She should have known the next stop. What just happened? Home. Not pregnant, sound man, not a seahorse. I don't even know what it means. Sound man, not a seahorse. I don't even know what it means.
You guys may have been noticing a lot more animations in the videos recently, and that's all thanks to this bad boy here, this Wacom tablet. I was umming and ahhing for months whether I should buy it or not. It's quite expensive, and I was thinking, am I going to use it? It's going to be one of those things that just collects dust and I never use it. Editing is quite a cold thing. Like, you're very separate from what you're doing. It's not like tangible. You're not doing anything with your hands really, other than like kind of cutting and chopping and adding effects. Whereas when you bring this into the mix, you're sketching and drawing, and it feels like you're bringing... it feels tangible. It feels like you're actually adding your signature onto something. Like you're adding part of yourself onto it. It sounds a little bit far-fetched. I can't really articulate it in the way I want to, but I'm just in love with it. I just love it so much, and I love what it's done for our videos. I think every creator wants to establish their own signature or have their own identity, and I feel that having this has really let me kind of stamp my identity on our videos more, and it's just super fun as well. Like, just to sit here with my headphones on, listening to a podcast, just like listening to some music and just chilling and just like sketching. It makes it so much more fun editing. If any of you guys watching do anything creative, I highly recommend them. I do love it. It has a few bugs, like it does this weird thing where all these squares randomly appear all over it and flashing in and out, so I don't think it's perfect, but it's a great bit of kit. Yeah, anyway, I just thought I'd tell you why you're seeing loads more animations in the videos now.
Oh darling, I've been waiting for a while now. Nothing else seems to be worthwhile when I'm alive with you. And the stars bloom, everything's beautiful. We assume that they shine only for us and no one else.
Got an alfresco outro for you today, guys, because, well, it's nice to get out of the house. Yeah. So we're going to do it on this bench in this children's park.
I really like the noise of children's parks.
Do you?
Like, just that background like,
noise.
Yeah, it's just, I find it quite a comforting noise.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much to the to the National Trust for working with us this week.
I absolutely love National Trust. When they said they wanted to work with us, it was like my dream job.
If you do go to one and have a National Trust experience, do us a favour and like take a picture and tag us on like Instagram or Twitter or something so we can see your little adventure. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Also, Toby has a gig coming up. I think it's the 17th of December.
Oh, I thought you said November.
Oh, let's go with November. 17th of November. We're going to try and get down to the gig ourselves to watch Toby and his band play. And if any of you guys are going down, we'll say hi to you. If you guys want to get tickets, we'll put all the details down there. You can download his song as well, Seahorse, on Bandcamp. I've put the link down there as well. It's a massive thank you to Sophie, who kindly came all this way to help out Toby with his song. So yeah, all the links below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next week. Bye. See you later.